Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank each and every one of y'all for clicking on today's video. We have got an exciting video for y'all today. I think it's exciting. It's going to be great for the farm, and I'm fixing to stop and show Stephanie what me and Kayson did yesterday. But yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. But before we show you this, as y'all know, they had to come back and dig our septic tank up and run more lateral lines out there. Look at them, they running.
They know you're on the side by side. When you're on the side by side, that means feed time.
Feed time. So anyway, all right, guys, y'all don't be. So, anyways,
it's mating season.
Oh, hey, well, I'm trying to film back here. Anyways, before we get started, this video is going to be sponsored by Jackery, and we are excited about that because this is huge for us. Because, you know, hatching chickens in the incubator, if you lose power in this time of the season, we get a lot of storms that come through and lose power, and that could run the whole incubator, which some of our incubators hold 300 eggs, and that wouldn't be good because I'm trying to build something. I don't know if that video's already been released, but trying to teach Kayson how to build a business or something like that. And yeah, we're excited. I think that was in last video. So anyways, this is what we ended up doing. So Steph hasn't seen this yet, but, and yes, there was some green grass up here, but it was all kind of mound up over here, and still we got some more work to do to it. Just because what I want to do is come through. We got a lot of Bermuda seed, and if I do actually have time, I don't know if I will put another layer of Bermuda seed on it and like rake this over. But anyways, I just wanted to bring Steph over and show her. She's been busy with doctor's appointments and things like that. So now let's head down to the chicken barn and check on the chickens. As y'all know, we have had several chickens, baby chicks, hatch, and they are doing really, really good. But we got some more chickens we're going to be putting on lockdown today, and hopefully we have just as good as hatch, because we got to put the incubator has not come in yet. The new one. It said it is shipped, so hopefully we'll be receiving it here soon.
Any more babies?
I don't know. We're going to check and see. None yet. So these right here are still on lockdown. Like I told you in the last video, I messed up and put them on lockdown with the first ones. And one thing I'm going to show y'all here in just a second, and that's why we're very thankful that Jackery reached out to us to sponsor another video. They sent us the Jackery 5000 Plus with the switchover switch, and I'm going to show y'all here in just a second. So what that means is when the power goes out, as soon as the power goes out, it's going to flat switch over, and then power's going to come back up, because that's really big for the incubators here. If you watch this here, it's at 100 degrees, and we open this. Okay, we're out of water up here, so I got to get some more water. Watch how fast that temperature goes down. So if the power goes off, the temperature is going to start going down really, really fast. And as you see, the temperature is starting to drop.
98.8.
98.8. So if that happens, that means if we go a long period of time with electricity off, we're going to lose this whole batch of eggs. And that's where the Jackery 5000 Plus is going to come in handy. Not only that, is being this is a tiny cabin slash egg room. You know, it's just one of those deals that we could actually run the whole tiny cabin off on this. We could actually run our house, but we need it down here more than anything. It's going to be able to run the ice box. It'll run the stove. The stove is electric. I said ice box, didn't I? It's going to run the AC, and the stove is electric, and it's going to run that. We're going to show you how much it's going to run. This thing is big. It's awesome, and we're super excited about it. Let's check these babies out before we go. How y'all guys doing? Oh, back up. Don't fall. Look at them, and it is 80 or 92 degrees here. So, oh, looks like we got one back here in the back. Oh, that is one of my buttercups too. Which I bet this is the one that didn't form. Yeah, this one here didn't deform very well. It was really, I don't know what you call it. The bottom of it wasn't actually completed, I guess. I'm gonna set this over here. Let's go out here, and I am going to finally introduce. I've always wanted this, even with the Jackery 2000. I was like, the Jackery 2000 with the switch over switch was awesome. The only thing was you have to come out here and manually switch it over. But, and I'm gonna show you that as well, because that's what we've been running this off of. We've had to do it twice now, 2 or 3 times. But introducing the Jackery 5000 Plus. This is the Jackery 5000 Plus, and I'm gonna turn the camera over to Steph real quick. Not only that is, you can use this for other things. I'm not saying if you purchase this, you just have to leave it in here. You can take it anywhere you want. We'll show you in a minute. It's got wheels, but this right here is going to be your Jackery Smart Transfer Switch. Look how pretty that dude is. And we're gonna go through this and get it hooked up, and then you got your breakers through here to run it all. And like I say, we're probably not gonna go step by step, but I know a little bit about electricity, so I'm going to actually do it myself like I did the other Jackery 2000 with the switch. So if I have any problems, I know Keeping It Dutch, Sean with Keeping It Dutch has actually done a video like this, and Kevin with Hidden Heights Farm has too. So I can always reach out to them, they'll help me out. But we're gonna get this out here in just a second.
Looks like a printer.
A printer. And what we'll do once we get inside, the lighting ain't very good in there, so I'm kind of showing you out here. We'll mount it to the wall there, and it's just like your breaker box, any other breaker box, and we'll have it set up to where it will actually switch over. All right, now this is the other item. You may be asking yourself, what is in there? They are 6 solar panels, but I just thought of something. I said Jackery 5000 Plus. This is the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus. Sorry, I'm bad with names. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. These here, you can actually, there's 6 individual panels here. And you can, we're going to actually mount them up here on the, oh, looky there, there's a nest.
Oh, there is.
Let's see if something's up there. I never noticed that. Huh. Let's see this camera.
Oh.
Is there anything in there, guys? Can y'all see anything? I guess we'll see when I go to edit this video if there's actually anything in the nest. So we'll see. But what I'm thinking is to actually mount them up here on the roof and screw them down, or I could also put them on the wall here. I'm not 100% sure on how I want to do this yet, but we'll figure it out here shortly. So like I said, they sent us 6 individual panels that you actually put together right here, and each one of them's got a plug-in to connect to one another. And
now, do we actually have 6 or do we have 12?
Well, each package has 6. So this one here is going to also have 6 in there. So with that being said, this is the, each one of them's got 6 of them. This is the actual Jackery Solar Saga 85. So each one of these panels, from the best that I've read, is 85 watts. So when you put all of them together, it is 500 and a little over 500 watts, but they're saying 500 watts. So if you have all 12 of them together, that gives you 1,000 watts that you can actually input to actually charge the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus. So with that being said, I'm gonna set these over here to the side. And you know, for some reason, if you know, I kind of wish we'd have had this for the tiny cabin, you know, when we was in it. So there was nights that, you know, we did lose power. There was a couple nights that we lost power in here and lost some things out of the refrigerator. Not much, but some. But we did have power banks, but we had to be here to actually plug them in. The Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus, that's going to eliminate that. So we now can leave home not having to worry if the power goes out. It will just flip on. Not only that, we can actually monitor it from the app as well. Jackery's got an app you can download for free. But this is another thing I wanted to show y'all, that you can take this anywhere you want. It's got wheels on it. These are rocks, but obviously you say I don't have no problem pushing it around. If it was inside like we're getting ready to, and you get it in here on flat surface and you can move it around easy. It moves easy in the rocks, but when it's on flat surface, it's easy as well. So as you see, we have the Jackery I've been saying Jackery 2000. That's my fault. You know, we've done several ads with Jackery, and like I said, we got Jackeries over here that we use, and we also loan them out to our family and friends when they need them. But this is the Jackery Explorer 3000 Pro. And so what we have to do now, if the power goes off, for instance, if the power was to go off, you can come in here and because your breakers are going to stay on, you're just going to come over here and flip on to make them hot. But that's what we use in the meantime. Like I say, this is awesome in emergency situations. And then I just like the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus because it will switch over just like that. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and take this down here and start moving things around, and we're going to go ahead and switch this over. All right, let's open this bad boy and see what we got going on here. Let me get my handy dandy light here. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do, I've got to kill the power. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking this Jackery Explorer 3000. I'm going to take it over to the incubator room and hook the incubators up to it, just because I know if some people don't realize or know anything about hatching eggs and stuff, but it's really important that that temperature stays at 99 whatever. I set mine 99.7 and 8. And some people may say, well, that ain't going to make a difference, but it does. So we're going to go ahead and bring this over here and hook the incubators up to it. I absolutely love these things because they're on wheels. It makes it so much easier. And I'm telling you, these things have helped me out in so many ways. It's crazy. These Jackeries, when you do plug one in, you have to turn the switch on here. And that one works the same way. So what I was talking about, I pushed this one and it didn't come on, but this one's the one that operates these four. This one here operates the USB-C and USB-A. See how much it's pulling right now? Now, we're not going to hook all these up. I'm only going to hook up the incubator room and then our ice box out here. That's the only ones I'm going to actually have on the switchover switch. So everything else, you know, it can survive without electricity until it comes back on. So all right, we're good to go there. All right, guys, so we got the lights back on. We got everything hooked up. I just went ahead and put 2 switches in here that is going to be running the incubator room, which I need to write them down right here. But as well as in the app, you can go in and label each circuit, and I'll show y'all that here in just a minute. But like right now, it is on grid. So what I ended up doing is I just went over here to the breakers that I needed, which the cabin bedroom outlet, that's where the incubator wall is, and then the cabin outlets wall on the kitchen, that's where the AC is. So those are the only two that I really need on if the power goes out. And if I want, I could, you know, put the rest of them on there, but no reason that I need to have all that other stuff, because the main thing is I don't want the incubators to go down, because if they go down, I lose the whole batch of eggs. We got 500 in there now. We got the new incubator coming, so that's going to put us close to 1,000 eggs that we could have loaded in there, and it's not going to be good if we lose that many. We got new breakers, wired them in here, and we got it on grid here, as you see. Grid is flashing. If you do take this off, this panel off, it's going to flash red here. So if you do end up getting one of these, this panel's got to be on. So right now our Jackery is about 84%. So I've been playing with it to make sure everything was right with it before I actually showed y'all what's going on. And in the app here, I'm going to show you here in a second. I'll sit down and I'll show you the app and how you can actually tell if it's on grid or off grid. You can choose what circuits you want to be on grid or off grid, just like we did here. But even if we had more than, if we had this whole thing filled up, I could choose what circuits I want to come on. If this battery gets to 33%, I can say don't operate any circuits but these here. So I got this hooked up right now. It's not pulling the power because it's all on grid right now. Now, one thing I'm going to do that I didn't do at the very beginning is I'm going to go ahead and unplug this here. And I'm going to bring it back outside, and I'm going to go over this and show you what all plug-ins and how many voltage or how many watts each one of them pull. So I'm going to get this out. I'll see y'all. You know, I think I'm going to just go ahead and do it inside here, because if not, there'll be a glare on the screen. So we're going to start off with the front here. Let's turn this on. Like I said, it's at 84%. There's no input or output going on right now. This is your car socket. That's going to be your DC 12 volt 10 amp. These are your AC sockets here, in which you push that button if you want to operate these. So there's two different sinks here. I hope I'm using the right verbiage. So altogether they pull 7,200 watts per hour, but this one here will pull 2,400 watts per hour, as well as this one will pull 2,400 watts per hour. So now if you phase these together, this is going to equal to 3,600 watts per hour. Same thing with these two here, 3,600 watts per hour. But you pull them all together, you're going to have 7,200 watts per hour. So I thought that was pretty neat. Moving up here, that's your power button to hold it in, to turn it off. Push the screen right there to make it come on. And in the app, you can actually choose how long you want that on there. There's your USB charge, so you'll turn that on if you got your USB-C plugged in, or USB-A. That's the 100 watt max. So on the side right over here, right here's where you're going to plug in your smart transfer switch, in which underneath it you can actually plug in a generator there, and that will pull the 120 volt to 240 volt 30 amp. Down here, here's your AC 120 volt 240. This is what you could actually use to charge your Tesla car or any of your electric vehicles. And then out here is your AC switch buttons. You got your vents here. You want to make sure that these are unblocked, so it can get your air in and out. Make sure nothing gets in the way, or it will stop it. On the bottom here, you see it's got the big wheels at the back to allow it to turn. And then also, see if you can see that, it also has the two casters on the front to allow it to go any which direction you would like. So also under the back here, I know I showed you this earlier, but I'm going to just kind of go over all of it once again. This here is going to be your handle to actually control it to where you want. You can pull it anywhere you want. Don't need to see me see this. And then you can also tilt it down and lay it down on its back if you want it to operate like that as well. These are the casters. Look at these things. These ain't no cheap casters right here. If you want to lock them, you can push down on that and you'll lock the caster so it won't move. Moving on this side over here, same thing, you got a vent, make sure nothing gets in front of it. On this side here, underneath here, you got your high voltage PV switch, your DC input, high voltage PVC MC4. That's your switch right there if you want to switch it over. Over on this side here, this is where you're going to plug in your solar panels, which we got solar panels, so we'll plug those in a minute. This is your AC 100 volt to 120 volt, 15 amp max. This is what you're going to plug into the wall to charge this if you choose. Down here at the bottom is where you're going to hook in your expansion batteries. So that's pretty neat. I like the casters that you can actually roll it anywhere you want. Like I say, because it's locked right now, so it ain't going to move. So I need to unlock it real quick. And to unlock it, all we're going to do is pull up on it, and then we're good. So another pretty cool feature about this Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus is you can actually charge this 5 different ways. We'll go over that here shortly. So I don't know if I told y'all before we come in here, but the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus actually carries 5,040 watt hours of ultra high capacity, 4,000 recharges, up to 10 years. So that's quite a bit of times you can actually recharge this high capacity. Not only that, you can actually charge this Jackery 5 different ways that you can charge it. Yeah, when I actually read that and saw that, I was kind of scratching my head. 5 different ways you can charge that. Well, the first one is obviously going to be the AC right here, plugging it into the wall outlet. And that's going to be 1,800 watts, and that's going to take about 3.5 hours to actually charge this Jackery full. So number 2 is the smart transfer switch. So you're probably asking, what do you mean smart transfer switch? Well, that has got the ground, that has actually got the grid actually charging into the box. That's one of the wires that charges the box to allow all the other switches to actually run through it. So at the same time, you can actually recharge the Jackery here at 4,000 watts, and that's going to take you about 1.7 hours to get a full charge on the Jackery. So that's number 2. Well, number 3 is what I showed y'all outside earlier. That's going to be the solar panels here. You can actually connect, there's 6 of these, you connect them all together. That's going to give you 6,000 watt hours, and that's going to take about 6.5 hours to get a full charge on the Jackeries. Number 4 is the high voltage PV charge, and that's going to be 4,000 watts, and that's also going to take about 7.7 hours to actually recharge. And number 5, last but not least, yes, you can actually charge this from the AC all the way to the solar panels at the same time through the switchover switch, the smart switchover switch. And that's going to take you that's going to put off about 4,000 watt hours. And that's also going to take about 1 hour and 7 minutes to actually get a full charge. All right, so I got it plugged in now, and the input coming in right now is showing about 75 watts, which a lot of that controls with the sunlight, how much sunlight is coming in. And here in a second, my camera woman will be down here, and I'm going to take you through the app and show you how you can switch it over by the click of your phone and adjust everything and show you how much power is coming in. So it's pretty neat that you can actually leave home and knowing that you have a backup switch that will switch over, especially, you know, even food. If we had food in there, we'd want to do the same thing. But I do suggest, though, if you don't know anything about electricity, I know enough to get me in trouble, to definitely contact an electrician. Luckily, I got Sean helped me out a bunch, and then my neighbor as well, he's an electrician. I had a call for his help to give me a little bit of advice and help me out. So definitely call an electrician. Don't do this yourself if you don't know nothing about it. So like I was showing you earlier, I have already put the solar panels together. They are hooked up, all connected together, and they was individually, but you take these little screws here and these brackets, put them together, so when you get ready, you can actually fold them all the way up and actually put them over there in the bags if you're not going to use them. So when I first started the video, I said I was going to actually put them up on top of the roof here. I think we're going to wait on that because we're coming into a major storm season, and I think we're going to keep them here. So if we're going to be gone or whatever, I can come down here and set them out to make sure it gets a recharge. But you know, you got the solar panels, but it's also getting a recharge as well from the smart switchover switch. So these are definitely a backup plan. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to put them up here. So once you put them all together, you connect each wire here, hook, and then it hooks into here, and then there's a power cord, in which I ran it over here into the wall. And from there, when we put the Jackery back where it goes, we'll plug it into the side, and then it'll start taking its charge from there. All right, guys, so I got it pulled up here. Very firstly, you want to go download the app, Jackery, and it is free. And when you get your book, inside the book, scan that, and it will take you straight there to load it up. So as right now, you can see that this is on grid right now, and it's pulling about 1,549 watts. So with that orange right there, that looks like power line there, that is the grid. So if I want to go ahead and switch it over, and I can right now, I can push that, and it's going to ask, do you want to switch over from the grid? I'll say yes, and it's going to kick on. All right, it kicked on now, and it is actually running off the grid right now. And there is no power actually coming through the grid. So everything right now is being ran from the Jackery. And as you see here on the Jackery, if you zoom in there, what you're seeing on the phone is exactly what I'm seeing there on the front screen, how much it's actually pulling. One thing that I really like down here that was really cool is right here is where I was telling you that you can go in and adjust your circuit board on which one do you want to set up that always switch on. So like I was saying earlier, if this was to go down to 33%, I can choose, I just want those two breakers right there to actually charge if the power goes out. So same deal here, it's showing the total of watts that's actually going out, and it shows the circuit 1, or this is circuit 2, circuit 4, but it's on this side. It shows that how many watts it's actually pulling, so we can back out of this. So the working mode here actually shows you, I've got it actually set up on the automatic charge mode. You can actually go in and choose self-power or charging discharge plan, whichever one fits you best. Like I say, I'm still just kind of learning from this. You can go right up here to the settings here. In the settings, you can go through and actually edit this transfer switch. I could just put transfer switch barn or whatever. I'm going to leave it as that. I've only got one. The working mode's the same thing as I showed you a while ago. It's on the automatic charge mode. Backup priority. So this is where I was showing you the priority stuff. If I wanted to make sure these two circuits right here are priority, so this is where I actually choose that. If I don't want this to be on priority, I'm going to go down here and click non-essential circuit, or you got your nice to have circuit. So which these two that I actually got hooked up right now, those would be on the main circuit, because if the power goes out, I want the incubator still run. But for instance, other lights or whatever I could have up, TV or anything like that, I could have that up as well. So you can go through and set those how you would like. Okay, so right here we got your UPS mode. So you might ask, what is the UPS mode? USP mode is where the switching to the power station supply within 20 milliseconds during a power outage. Non-USP mode is switching in 5 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and turn the UPS mode on so it goes immediately. All right, so going back to the main, showing it's still pulling 2,080 watts. We're going to scroll down here to the circuit where we was at first, and then you're going to choose which circuit you would like, and then from there you can actually click on that and you can edit the name, where I would just go through here, incubator. So now it's going to be listed in there as the incubator circuit, so we know that it's actually pulling the wattage it needs. So this smart switch over switch is pretty neat. It's pretty high tech. I don't know. Like I said though, it was pretty easy to hook up if you know something about electricity, but most definitely get an electrician if you don't know. I had to get help from friends and neighbor, so don't take a chance on it, because you are going in to the your home, or my case is going into there. So I think I've covered everything. You can connect expansion batteries to this. I showed you those connections as well. So I'm going to take the camera over here. I'm going to take the camera, and Steph, count to, when I holler, I'm going to count to 5, and you turn the power switch off. All right, so we're in here now. We're waiting for the power. And did y'all see that right there? She flipped the switch and it's back on grid. So immediately, there was no hesitation or anything. I'm gonna get her to flip it back on. We're gonna do it one more time so I can show you. All right, so she turned the power back on and it immediately went back to the grid. We didn't have to change anything, it went immediately. So I'm gonna tell her one more time. Go ahead and switch it off again and watch. Boom, switched over. The lights flickered just a second, but it's all good now. All right, go ahead and switch it back on. All right, she turned it back on. You could hear the stove come on that time, and it's still pulling, and now we're back on grid. So, all right, guys, so like I said, that's pretty neat how it switched over. Within a millisecond, it says 5 seconds, but there was no outage. These things here, like I said, if you're going, we're going to leave them out, but for instance, if we didn't, hold this, Steph. For instance, if I just want to come down here during the day and put these out in the daytime and not leave them out at night, all I got to do is come over here, flip that switch there, then I'm going to come up and grab these, put them together, get your bag here. I left the styrofoam in there, but once you get them together, you ain't going to need that styrofoam anyways, but you just zip it up. Good to go. We can take it and put it inside, and it takes no time to lay them back out. Also, inside, I think I already put them in there, but inside, if you was to choose to actually, yeah, they're in that, want to take them out there and lay them on flat, they've actually got stakes you can actually put in these holes to keep them in the ground so they can get the sun full time. So anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed that part. It took a little while to set it up. We're very thankful to be able to work with Jackery. We want to thank them for sponsoring today's video, and we're going to leave a link in the description box. Go click on that link, check it out for yourself. This right here, especially if you got people on oxygen, has oxygen machines. You know, I know being in law enforcement, when a storm comes through, we try to find the house that people's on oxygen machines because they don't have no power, they don't get oxygen. So they come in really handy for that. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. For one, got it all together and it's good to go. But anyways, we're gonna go up here and get the seed. And I think I'm gonna plant a little bit of seed today and try to get the grass to grow back. We still waiting on the incubator. I've got some eggs on lockdown. I may put some eggs in. I got a tray open. I don't know. But first, I'm going to go up here and get a drink, take a break, and we'll be back out. All right, guys. So went up and got a drink. And I think after talking to Steph, I think we're going to go ahead and put some seed out and try to actually get it to lay out. I may then go get some hay and sprinkle on it, try to keep the chicks out, or turn it over. But the whole idea is to try to get it to start growing before because we do have rain coming in, start growing for all the chickens to get up here. Hopefully they don't, but if they do, we'll just have to shoo them away. All right, so I got 20 pounds here. I'm gonna get one more. That'll give us 30 pounds of seed. That should be enough. But like I said, I'm going to overdo it because I want it to take. All right, that's 30 pounds. And actually, before I actually start that, I'm going to take the actual tiller up here, and I'm going to till right up here to break up the ground so I can plant seed in front of there. But when I get up there, I'm going to take some of that old straw hay. I'm going to spread it out on top so the chickens don't get it. All right, so we're gonna run through here and put a little bit of seed real quick. I'll just fill it up right here. Oh, this one got a little hole in it already. Well, I better adjust that right now. That's a little bitty. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I got my pocket knife. Oh, right here. Yeah, we got a really good price on this, so that's the only reason why we're actually planting this grass. Hopefully it ain't hard to push since it's going to be so fluffy. I didn't think about that. Oh my goodness. May have to, I didn't think about that. It's not. I don't know if I should have roughed it up like that or not. Which it tilled it, but the ground was so hard. Because it is hard, but you don't want it. I might have messed up. All right, guys, so I just went back and went over everything and smushed it down. It was all fluffy and it just wasn't working. You know, even when it sunk, it was just going to mess up the seeds. Who knows? But I think this is the best way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and reseed it all because it's probably a little thicker in places. And we're going to do the front part, and then we'll try to get some of this. We're probably just going to do this one today. And I want to get the front part. I may just test out the front with this and put some water on it, get it soaked. So we'll see. And there's a lot of roots in this. We're going to have to get your sawzall to start cutting them, Kayson. We'll have to get it later. Well, we'll probably just put this out today and then we'll come back with the other later. Because like here it needs to be really, really thick. All right, guys, that's all the seedings we're going to do today. No, just leave the clay here, son. Oh. Yeah, we got to go get some eggs and stuff. Check the eggs, because.
Maybe we need to take this bucket for eggs.
No, that's fine. I got another one down here. Yeah, we are going to have to use a bucket because all of our egg crates are full. Because we got eggs that we haven't been able to get in the incubator because we're waiting on the new one. So I'm hoping the new one shows up here pretty soon. But I don't know if you're aware, but we do now have a backup electric system in the barn. So if the power goes out, our incubators keep going. There's a Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus that as soon as the lights go out, it automatically kicks over. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. We are going to have to get something because we got to mark them. So let me run over in the camper and see if we have any more cartons. Yeah, that's the solar panels that come with it. So we can take that life, go anywhere. And that's another thing about the Jackery Explorer 5000. You can actually take it anywhere. If you go camping or if you go on a vacation or whatever, you can take it with you and use it for backup there as well. So it's been a few days since we actually did our eggs, just because we've been waiting on the incubator to show up, but it hasn't showed up yet. So I'll leave the eggs in there so the hens can actually turn them themselves. Let me get a carton here, Leighton. Hold it. I think you're good.
Dad,
It's okay. He.
That's the son of Jerry.
Yeah. See, Leighton ain't moving. He ain't doing nothing because he knows. If you walk into them, they know. All right, guys. We are going to go in the first pen, and these are the ones that none of them was fertile. So I'm hoping what I did to fix them will change that. He ain't gonna do nothing. Hey, Mama, I hope you didn't go broody. You did. You did. Yep. That's another reason why you don't want to leave eggs in there, because they will go broody. And once they go broody, they stop laying. And we're going to put black cochins in it. She's been on these probably today, but we may have to just go ahead and put these in one of those.
That one's like,
All right, so now you don't need to go in this one.
no.
All right, you stay out here, Kayson. Hold the gate. Kayson, hold the gate. Huh?
That's the good Jerry.
Yeah,
Or
that's-
it's Jerry's son.
All right.
What about that one?
Stop. Now. You better stop. I ain't playing that game.
Nope.
We're fixing to take these turkeys and get them back. You're good. I mean, y'all kicked the crap out of them. But I will say, that hatch we did yesterday or the other day, every one of those eggs were fertile and they were good.
Really?
Yeah, every one of them. It's a bunch of eggs.
Oh, child, that scared me.
See? He's mean at first, but when you stand up to him, he backs up. But when you turn the back like you're getting ready to leave, a lot of times he'll come at you because he's a punk. All right, so I'm going to come over here and mark these. So these are silver lace wyandottes. Look at this, Kayson.
What happened?
It broke here. I don't understand that some of these eggs are different colors. They should be the same. There's a bunch of them, ain't they?
And
Look
then
at there.
one laying right now.
Yeah, look at all those eggs.
Is it all in the same box? What?
Huh?
Are they
We'll see.
here laying for sure?
Look at all these eggs, guys. I don't know if there's any over here. We got one over this corner. And that's the deal. Believe it or not, the other day I got to looking and we actually had 5 roosters in here. So if you don't, I need you, yeah, she's on bird. See, we left them in here a little bit too long.
She got about 5 on her.
But these are still cold, so she ain't been here long. It's been about 3 or 4 days since we got the eggs last, and honestly, I forgot about these other containers. We are going to hold over several chocolates this year as well. That way we can, you know, get more to hatch from next year. All right, that's a whole deal of chocolates. That's 18 of them. All right, you got it. They ain't gonna hurt you. The roosters are chasing them. There you go. Any more over there?
Just all over there.
Okay. Come on, ladies. Excuse me. Watch your head here. You ready, Kayson?
Yeah. Like this little lot.
Yeah. There's a bunch, ain't there?
I'm totally. There'll be a bunch every time. There's gonna be a bunch every time. You better not crack my egg.
I'm trying not to.
Oh, there's a lot more stuck, Dad. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
looks like there was something under there.
There's a lot of jubilees in this pen. There's not. Let's get all these going.
Once you go back,
Yeah, we're throwing these away. We'll get done with them.
like that.
Yeah, give me another one, son.
A blue one.
Whew, there's a few. You want to grab me that one?
One egg.
That's one. There's,
Oh! The more that.
yeah. 4, 5, and
11.
good Lord. The turkeys are starting to lay now. See what they got here. These guys haven't laid anything.
That's been.
I don't even know if they lay. Somebody said that they actually will get on. Sometimes you want it soft underneath where they roost because they'll just lay an egg right there. That's the reason why we got the hay there, just in case. But
A crack? A crack.
yeah, we don't want it to crack.
Where's that big turkey? And pickaxe. Look here. Lay down.
Alright, there's a bunch of eggs there, boys.
Yeah.
4.
5.
Oh, yeah.
Right in that.
Alright guys, we have got the eggs for today, and I'm hoping, I looked at the tracking number and it shows that the incubator is in Missouri. It's been there for 2 days. So hopefully tomorrow it will make it here to Oklahoma and we can get these eggs in the incubator. Otherwise we're gonna have to do something else because I got another 100 and something in there waiting right now. I just rotate them every day. So hopefully it shows up soon. But you know, with all that being said, we're going to take these in there. I want to thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure you go over, click the link in the description box. Go check out Jackery. Go check out the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus. This smart system is absolutely awesome. You will never lose any food or anything again if you got that hooked up to your refrigerators. Like I say, it was a lot of fun putting it together and learning about it and reading about it. It's just cool how much power you can actually hook to that to run a whole house. So thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna leave a link in the description and a comment box. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. God bless.